calls me Soph. And today I would like to share with you a fable from my kitchen table. Fables are stories that help us learn something new or to see the world from another person's point of view. The fable I would like to share with you today is called The Merchant, the Donkey and the Salt. This fable is all about a daring, disobedient and ever so slightly discourteous donkey called Daisy. And there's one thing you need to know about Daisy. Daisy was, well, a little bit lazy. Daisy loved lazing and lying in the sun, and when she was working she was not having fun. Daisy loved playing and praying out loud. But when she was working, she was far too proud. It's not fair, it's boring, working all the time. Can't you see I'm yawning, pulling this cart of mine? I don't want to lift, I shall not heave. I know you need assistance, but I'd rather just leave. It's not fair, it's boring, working all the time. I'm far too clever to be out in this weather, working all the time. Can't you see it's a dull endeavour, pulling this cart of mine? I may be strong, but it takes too long. I know you're thinking lazy, and boy, you're not wrong. It's not fair, it's boring, working all the time. Working all the time. Daisy's owner was a wily merchant called Miles. Now look here, Daisy, it's just no good. We all have to work to earn a living, and seeing as you and I live by the seaside, the best way to earn a living is by selling sea salt. Miles and Daisy lived by the seaside, and they survived by selling sea salt at the local market. Daisy's job was to carry the salt to market on her cart. Every morning, Miles would load up the cart with sacks of sea salt, strap Daisy in, and then they would travel, Daisy, Miles and the heavy cart, away from the beach, up the hill, down the valley, past the river, through the trees, until they reached the village market. But Daisy was lazy. Oh, she hated pulling that cart, lugging salt from place to place. Even when Miles fed her sweet oats at the end of each day, she would still say, "It's not fair, it's boring. I have to heave this heavy cart to market while he makes all the money. It's not funny and it's no fun. I'd much rather laze or sit in the sun." But Miles made a fortune from his salt selling business. People would come from miles around to buy it. The posh restaurants would sprinkle it on their steaks, and the local cafes used it for their fish and chips. Now look here, Daisy, it's still no good. We all have to muck in and do our bit. Don't you have a lovely beach hut to sleep in? And a lovely beach to play on? And sweet oats to eat? In return, I need you to keep taking salt to market. I'm the brains behind this outfit and you're the muscle, so you just keep pulling that cart. So, disobedient Daisy hatched a devilish plan. That wily Miles thinks he's so smart, but donkeys are noble and clever. I'll show him who's the brains behind this outfit. On Monday morning, Miles loaded up Daisy's cart with sea salt ready to sell at the market. It was a lovely sunny day and he knew it would be busy, so he added some extra salt to Daisy's load. Daisy complained all the way. Silly salt sacks, horrid heavy cart. I'll show him that a donkey can be smart. Daisy heaved the heavy cart all the way up the hill, down the side of the valley, towards the river. And when Daisy reached the river, she stopped. She bucked, and she fell down, 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 and into the water. Splash! Blub, 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 blub. Oh no! I've fallen into the water. Help! Help! Blub, 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 blub. When Miles finally managed to drag the bedraggled Daisy out of the water, his precious salt had all dissolved. There's nothing left, not one single lump. But did she fall or did she jump? On Tuesday morning, Miles loaded up Daisy's cart again. This time he added even more salt to make up for lost sales. But Daisy had other ideas. Silly salt sacks, horrid heavy cart. I'll show him that a donkey can be smart. Daisy heaved the heavy cart up the hill, down the valley, and into the river. Splash! Blub, 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 blub. Quack! Blub, 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 blub. When Miles finally managed to heave Daisy out of the water, once again the precious salt had completely dissolved. There's nothing left, not one single lump. But did she fall or did she jump? With no salt left to sell, we'll face a recession. It's time I taught that disobedient Daisy a lesson. On Wednesday morning, Miles started to load up Daisy's cart as normal. But this time, things looked a little bit different. Normally, Miles loaded up Daisy's cart with white salt, but today Daisy could see that he was loading her cart with yellow bricks. Normally, the salt was hard and powdery, but today the yellow bricks were soft and squashy. Never mind, thought Daisy. Soon enough, I'll throw this lot into the river and I'll be home in no time. Daisy dilly-dallied all the way up the hill. She cantered all the way down the side of the valley. And then Daisy stopped. Daisy bucked. And Daisy threw herself and the cart into the river. Splash! Blub, 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 blub. But when Daisy tried to get out of the water, Daisy finally managed to drag herself and the cart out of the water. The cart was so heavy she could hardly move. The sponges had soaked up all the water and become even heavier than before. What's the matter, Daisy? Didn't you enjoy your swim? Nah, seeing as we've no salt left to sell, I've had to move into a new business, sponges. So chop chop, off we go to market or otherwise we'll be late. Poor Daisy had to heave the heavy load of soaking wet sponges all the way through the trees to market. By the time they arrived, Daisy was absolutely exhausted and it was starting to get dark. Now, Daisy, I hope you've learned your lesson. We all have to muck in and do our bit. promise not to load up your cart with quite so much salt, as long as you promise to keep coming to market with me every day." From that day on, Daisy wasn't quite so lazy. She didn't complain about work as much, and she always tried to muck in and do her best. And Miles wasn't quite so wily. He always made sure Daisy was well cared for and well fed, and he never ever overloaded her cart again. And once a year, Daisy even had a holiday where she could laze in the sun all day long.